Hey guys, what's up? What's up? What's up? It's Thursday. It is 9:35. Hopping on today for our Facebook Live. All right, day 4 of week 4 of the buying traffic. All right, here's my notes. Putting them in there for you guys to take a look at when we get a chance. Um, just going to dive right into this. So, in regards to you buying media, in regards to you getting traffic, this is the exact same concept as when you're trying to earn media. Okay? Yeah, there's nothing different about the way you're looking for the people that you want to target. The only difference is you're earning your way or you're paying your way in front of your audience. He starts off by just explaining it in a way that can be a comparison with the old direct mail days. He was talking about TJ Rolliter, and he was kind of going into like how he was the expert in direct mail. But the old days, what they would do is they would look for a list. Let's say they had a list of people that bought something that were opportunity seekers. Well, they would find that list. They would then create an insert of some sort, mail to that list, and then they talk all about the book, and some conversions would come in. And obviously, you spend X amount of dollars to mail it, comes back. If you can make more money than you spend, then you're profitable, right? So he kind of went into that comparison, and then he discussed something called a lift letter. And there's a lot of different ways that you can define what this tactic is. But high level is no matter where you are, if someone credible promotes your offer, then you will get a higher conversion rate because the audience trusts that publisher, that affiliate, that influencer, that TV host, whatever, right? I'll tell you a story. One time I was promoting Pimsleur Language Learning promo, where you can learn any language. You buy these CDs for $9.95, and then you fall into a continuity program every 30 days. And we were promoting on Publishers Clearinghouse in addition to a bunch of other places. And what we did was we created a page that the header had PCH's logo and Pimsleur's logo on the top. And we tested that against just the Pimsleur offer alone. And it doubled conversions. It skyrocketed. It was actually PCH's best deal at the time. We were spending big money with them. It was just another proof of concept that when you have an endorsement from somebody that you're working with and you're promoting to their audience, that your conversions will pick up. So that was cool. Okay. So, okay. Your Dream 100. So, keeps talking about the Dream 100, Dream 100, Dream 100. I hope that you've gone and done some of the work for your Dream 100, because the concept is for both the buying media and earning media. At the end of the day, what it is it's the same target audience. Your goal is to get in front of your target audience. So when you're looking for your Dream 100, and if you don't remember what that is, you're looking for one person, one place, one site that has your audience and has a high amount of volume, right? The bigger, the better, because you want your message to go out to a mass amount of people at one time versus you selling one-on-one. So the idea here is when you're looking at your Dream 100, you pick a platform. So you could pick a podcast, you could pick Facebook, you could pick Instagram. You list out your Dream 100, okay? Then what you do is you start to just follow them, sign up for their stuff, listen to their podcasts, watch their posts, comment on their posts. Just continue to watch what they're doing, understand what they're doing. You can't have anybody else do it but you. But the idea is that you start to get a good feeling of who they are, so that when you reach out to them, you can speak to them in a way that they believe that you know their stuff and you're following them, and then they feel good about it. And then the concept is that you're going to ask if you can be on, for example, the podcast, as a guest that they can interview. Or for a blogger, you might ask if you could write a guest post and then they post it onto their blog site. You know, same thing with YouTube. They can interview you and video you, or you do like a Zoom interview, things like that, right? So assuming that they say no, right, because you're trying to earn your way on, well then the next thing you could do is look to see, do they have any other advertising opportunities, okay? And it's likely they will. And when you ask them, hey, well then can I buy some media? Can I buy some ads? And they say yes. Russell gave the example of the way he would do it is, let's say it was JLD. Hey, I'm a big fan of JLD. I wanted to do something really cool as a sponsor of the show, so I decided to make a special offer and give you this free copy of my book. Go to www.whatever.com and go get it. And that's it, right? Now you're promoting in front of that audience. And if you notice, what he said was he threw JLD's name in the mix, right? Even if he wasn't as an actual guest of the show, he's still making the audience realize that he's a fan of JLD. They're associating him with JLD, and it looks like he's on the same path, and he's allowing him to advertise there. So it's strategic that he's doing that. But the cool part is when you're buying ads, you can aggressively go directly to, you want them to take an action and buy something, right? If you're on the show and you're getting interviewed, you're not necessarily just saying, buy my stuff. Like, you're not saying that, right? It's a little different. Like, hopefully at the end you can say where you're at, or you give them like some notion of that they can get a good deal somewhere. But it's a one-time thing, but it's a bit less aggressive than when you're buying ads. But so I kind of went through something here on the notes, and if you have it, take a look. But I kind of did some media math, right? So let's say that you ask somebody to be on their show, okay, or advertise. And when you ask, the response that he gave was $300 you can advertise to get in front of my 10,000 listeners. So, okay, great. Well, what does that mean? So I'm going to go through this with you a little bit of questions you should be asking yourself so that you can get a good idea of when you're buying media and buying ads, like, does that work for me or not, right? So the first thing you want to do is just look at what's the CPM. CPM stands for the cost per thousand, right? So I did the math here on the sheet, and it shows that you take the $300 and you divide that by the 10,000 impressions, the 10,000 listeners. You divide the 10,000 listeners by the 1,000, so you get 10 1,000s, and then you divide that 10 1,000s by the 300, and it turns into $30 CPM, okay? And I know whatever I just said was like definitely confusing you, so if you look at the paper, you'll get it, but that's the media math to figure out the CPM. That means that you're paying $30 for every 1,000 impressions, 1,000 listeners, whatever. All right, so you're getting 10,000, so you're paying $300, okay? So now you're figuring out, okay, well, what kind of click rate might I get? Meaning your ad showing how many people that are there are actually going to click on your ad. So you got to guesstimate, unless you've been there before. You try to find something that you've done that's similar in the past. If this is your first media buy, then you really don't have much to go off of. So you just kind of use industry standard numbers. But let's use 10% as your click rate. So that means if you have 10,000 impressions and you get 10% click rate, you're going to get 1,000 clicks, okay? Right? 10,000 times 0.10. Then you look at, of those 1,000 clicks that land on your page, what's the conversion rate that you are going to get, right? Again, look at the similar placements that you have and try to get the average. If not, just take the industry standard. So I use 3% because that's what we see in credit cards, anywhere from like 1 to 3% on like DR campaigns, but that's cold traffic. Warmer traffic like this, I think, would get a higher conversion, but let's use 3% anyway. So of those 1,000 clicks, you convert 3% of those people into sales, so you get 30 sales. Now you're asking yourself, all right, well, is that good? Well, I don't know. Is it good? Well, we're going to find out, right? So the next thing you do is, what is the value per sale, right? If someone is paying you $15 CPA, cost per acquisition, then you take your 30 sales, you multiply it times the $15, and it equals $450 in revenue. Okay, so are you profitable? $450 minus a $300 cost of media means that you made $150 in profit. It works. So you buy the placement and you test it. As long as that continues to work, you keep buying there. Now, if the CPA was $8, the question is, would you be profitable? All right, so you would take that $8, you would multiply times the 15. I'm sorry, you would take the 30 sales and you would multiply times the $8, right? And what does that equal, right? That is at $240. Is that right? $240. So that's less than 300, so you lose. So that doesn't work. So you either do not buy the placement, or you tell them that you can't afford $30 a thousand, and you figure out what you can afford. Or if you figure out what the value per click is, you tell them I'll pay you on a click. Or you have to figure out how to increase your click rates, which would be your ads, your hooks. Or you need to figure out how to increase your conversion rates, which would be your sales page. There's a lot of different things you can do to optimize, but that's the game on how you play it. Okay. So some people are like, okay, how do I do this? I'm going to go learn how to buy media. There's so many different platforms. Going back to it's the who, not the how, right? You guys can go, and if you want to learn it, that's great. You can go and do that. But like Russell says, he's never bought an ad on Facebook ever, right? He understands the strategy, understands what to do, but he doesn't actually push the buttons. He has someone that works for him that does it. This guy, John. And what he does is he'll come over and he'll say something along the lines like, I want to target Tony Robbins' fan page, so go buy ads. And then John will say, well, what are the hooks? And he's trying to figure out what kind of ads he's going to generate so that he can get clicks. So what they do is they look and they see the image ads, pictures, audios. What they try to do is make something relevant specifically for Tony Robbins fans. So you try to find hooks that would get them to click. So this is where it gets fun and interesting, where you come up with some creative things that if you can find that are relevant for understanding what their fans are, what they're looking at, and then what you do is you promote something, and you go through the written, spoken, physical, or other, find some things that make sense, and then you target those guys. Same thing for Grant Cardone, right? You target his fan page. Find something that's like a value add for audio. There's a lot of free stuff on the internet that you can take to use as your hook, right? So you can go on YouTube and find videos of Grant Cardone talking about something really cool, and then you package it in a way where you put it all together and organize it for somebody in some membership area, and then get people to sign up to see the audios. So so that's it. So in any event, some other places that you could be buying ads, like YouTube, right? He talked about how you can buy ads on specific videos. You can literally jump in front of a video. So if somebody's talking about something that's relevant for your product, you can be the pre-roll video right before it. He talked about Infusionsoft's tutorial. Infusionsoft and Lead Pages are the two platforms that he was competing with. So when people look for Infusionsoft tutorials and they search for that, he was running his ads in front of those videos. So I gave you one as an example in here. You can go play around with it and look. I don't know if he's still running them or not, but you'll see if it's not him, it'll be somebody else relevant. But the whole idea, right, again, is you create a hook to get in front of that video. It would be specific for that video. So you can buy ads on channels, you can buy ads on specific videos on YouTube. You could try to learn it, or you can go find an expert that knows what they're doing. Instagram, again, you look at your Dream 100 influencers. You find all of the people that have the followings that are relevant for you, and then what you do is you try to reach out to them and buy shout outs, you buy swipe ups, You ask them, how much does it cost for them to mention you or promote you? Some people come back with crazy numbers. Some people come back with relatively reasonable numbers. I have a company, Blog Meets Brand, and we do that for big brands, and we make packages for them. Again, search Fluencer. Let me put that in there. Search Fluencer. Go into your login, your account. We emailed you logins and passwords, and search for influencers. And then some of them have their contact information in there. Some of them you may have to just message and reach out to them and see what they would be willing to do to share your message, your ad, your funnel, right? So good way to go about it. Some guys might charge $15, $20 to do it. So good thing to test and see if there's any engagement. Okay. So Instagram, we went over. So that's just some of the platforms. There's other platforms out there. There's native platforms with like Outbrain and Taboola. There's Google, right? Google's gigantic. They own YouTube, but you can do PPC, where you go and you buy keywords that are relevant for your offer. Some of them are very competitive and very expensive. There's a lot of different ways you could do it. And there's also a thing called SEO, search engine optimization, which you fall into the organic search section, which people will tell you is free, but it's very, very difficult to do that. And it'll cost you a lot of money. As much as you don't think it will, you still end up paying. If you eventually get there, then great. But the amount of money and time it takes to get there is expensive. And then they could change the algorithm at any time, and then you lose that traffic. Okay? So all of these things are all relatively the same thing, right? So you're still trying to find where is your audience congregating, getting in front of them, and you're either earning or buying the traffic. Okay? So to summarize, paid is the same as earned. They're both based off of your Dream 100 list, right? You want to find out who the influencers are that have your dream customers that will want to buy your product or service. You will want to ask them how much it will cost to do a shout out. They'll give you a shout out and they'll drive traffic to your funnels. Okay? I just went over a few different things down here to summarize, more of who are your Dream 100s that have people who want to buy product service that you have. Where's your people congregating? Go find these people and aggressively market to them. Either you earn your way on the platform or into that show to get in front of them. And at the same time, you also want to figure out ways that you can buy ads into the channels, podcasts, Instagrams, Facebooks, whatever, right? So you want to be doing both. So, because earning your way is going to be a long time, especially when they're bigger influencers. So you want to do both. Buying is a lot easier. You don't have to deal with, asking somebody anything. You can literally just take out your wallet and pay for ads. However, the quality of the traffic could be better when you're earning, because if somebody's promoting you from their mouth, from their podcast, from their writing, there's a lot more credibility, like we talked about earlier with the Lift Letter. So, that's great. Not to say that buying traffic isn't good, high quality, but when you're doing a media buy, those are your ads, right? They're not endorsing you. So it's a little bit different. But in any event, what we recommend is you find somebody that's an expert with wherever you want to buy your media. If you want to earn media, that's where you can do it yourself. But it's still okay to find people that understand strategies and concepts that can help you get onto those shows. There's a lot of people out there that can do that. Just remember, like if you're building a house, you're not going and doing the electric and plumbing, right? What that does is it delays you and your progress. Do not procrastinate. It's the how. It's not the how, it's the who. Sorry, right? It's not the how, it's the who. So some action to take is you've already figured out your Dream 100, right? So now figure out how to work your way in or buy your way in. Today, the idea is you want to buy your way in. So you could be buying an ad, right? But he started talking about something at the end regarding data that's been shown, and a lot of people complain about the privacies. I'm sure you've all seen that in the news of how people are losing their privacy, the big brother's watching you, blah, 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 right? But just remember this. As a marketer, it's amazing because what it allows you to do is it allows you to target the user specifically on what they're interested in. Okay? That's huge, 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 right? And they don't do it necessarily by Joey likes tennis, right? What they do is they just clump you together. So when you're buying ads on Facebook, you're going to go buy an ad, and then they'll say you want people that play tennis in New York that are the ages 21 to 31 and male, right? And they'll show you that 750,000 people are in that area for you to target. They don't tell you who it is. They don't give you any PII, which stands for personally identifiable information. But you fall into that group and they allow you to target that way, and then Facebook also optimizes for you. But it's huge, and Google just started doing it as well. So those things are great for marketers, and it also helps you with getting in front of people that likely will want to see your stuff, get your stuff, right? They already know that they want that they have that interest. So set up your campaigns, choose a campaign strategy, get some creatives together, get your hooks, and then set up an ad and see what happens, right? If you're ready. If it's if you guys are doing it on the affiliate marketing side, yeah, same thing, right? You're still buying traffic to your specific offer, okay? And then go back up to the median math of what I showed you, read it over on the fourth one above, right? When you look at how you're buying these ads, and test $50, $100, see what happens. You may surprise yourself and start getting some leads and sales. And who knows, at your first shot, you might have done it the right way. Take a look at that. If you guys have any questions, let me know. I'm looking to share my screen with you guys. I've started putting together steps on doing offers. One of the things I was thinking about doing was I'm creating offers. So I was thinking about allowing people to create an offer with me. And the way that would work is I'm going to develop a program, right? I'm developing a Boss is Born, and I'm putting some things in a Boss is Born that are helpful, right? So for people that are looking to learn how to be in affiliate marketing. So while I'm creating these programs, I was thinking about showing you guys and allowing you to watch me develop in real time the actual offers. And then you guys can do the same thing and follow along, and you can create your own programs. Think about selling something like that, and I think that could be really cool because then you could watch, instead of it being me talking to you and explaining what he's talking about. This is a visual. You could literally look over my shoulder. I will be talking to you the way I will be talking to people that I'm working with on how do we set up everything from figuring out the core category into the subcategories, into the targeting that we're going to be doing, what people I want to target, then looking at what are the disbeliefs that they have, trying to come up with a number of hooks that I can use in the flows, in the funnels, and then building the funnels, and then setting up the email sequences and setting up funnels for where we'd be driving them to the email sequences, and then buying media, buying ads, and seeing how it works from day one to, I don't know how long it'll take me. I have to figure that out. But I would try to do it a little bit slower so that people can watch and follow along. And the concepts could be also that while we're doing this, you would pick an offer in ClickBank, or maybe you could even want to promote something that I can give you, and then you build this out. I will build it with you. You watch mine. You can do exactly the same thing. We'll stream it so that you guys can be on and asking questions, and then I'll do Q&As and all that good stuff. So the way that could work is that I will build out a course while I'm building my own program. It'll be cool. So rather than me sitting and doing it all by myself with no one watching, I'll do it because I'm doing it anyway, and people can see the real live events. And we'll fix it up. It'll be cool. And hopefully the people that are watching can also get some value out of it, create their own offers, and make some money with me. So look out for that. I'll be sending you that. Yeah, that's it. If you have any questions, let me know. I sent a bunch of people a Vox regarding me being able to review your funnels with you. I'm willing to do that. You guys got to pick a time that I'm available. I will sit and do it with you over a Zoom. We'll tape record it. I'm going to let everybody else watch it because I think that's going to be helpful for anybody that's going through the process, and we'll brainstorm. What I need from you guys is to show up, and the way you'll get a lot out of it is if you have a funnel already built, bring it so we can look at it and review it. If not, some idea of what you're thinking about doing. If it's just you're confused and you don't know what's going on and you need help, that's okay too. Just you can ask some questions and then we can start to brainstorm and talk about this together. Everybody can watch it, and hopefully there'll be some value add here. This is almost over, guys. This is the traffic stick. So, you went through, this is your fourth week 4, right? So you guys have learned a lot. You learned believing in this is possible, right? The beginning, the first week. From believing, you learned how to offer hack and build offers and offer sequencing and things of that nature, right? Then you learned how to build a funnel. They went through like doing a sales page into an OTO, squeeze pages, all that good stuff. And now you're learning about traffic and how that works on the internet. And hopefully now, while you probably feel like, holy cow, I just learned a ton of stuff and it's overwhelming. That's natural. That's going to be normal. But if you stick with it, it gets easier. I promise you, it gets easier. That's the cool part about this biz. It's not as hard as people think, right? But the coolest part is there's really not a huge barrier to entry, right? The people with the largest pockets aren't necessarily the most successful. If you're smart and you get this, you can make money. You can build a business extremely quickly, right? The harder you work, your will, your desire, you could have a business. And it's like not the old days where like when your parents were around or my parents were around and there wasn't an internet. There wasn't a way for them to start a business like this. To start a business, you needed money, right? You needed inventory. You had to go buy stuff. And, here it's like, how much money do you really need to start a business? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, maybe 50. Even so, it's not a lot of money, right? Compared to like when back in the day, you'd have to spend like hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars to do something like this. And now you have a chance to start your own business, right? You can literally change your life. If you're not happy, you want to quit your job, you want to make more money, you don't know what to do. You're here. I hope that you've at least realized the opportunities that exist. Whether you want to do them or not, or you still have your own internal false beliefs that you need to get over, that's a different story. But if you can just realize that the potential's there, right? That you can legitimately earn a seriously good living doing this, that's a good first step. And, you know, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. You don't get excited about that. I mean, I get pumped every time I start talking about it. It's like I can hang up on this Facebook Live right now and start buying some ads, right? Like I'm buying ads right now for A Boss Is Born for people to sign up so that they take The Boss Is Born, like you guys just did, and then go into the one funnel away. As a matter of fact, what I can do is, if you guys want to start buying ads, you can buy ads to A Boss Is Born. And if anybody signs up for A Boss Is Born and then signs up for the one funnel away challenge, I will pay you a commission. So you can promote on my offer if you'd like. Right? And then what would you guys do as an affiliate? Right? If I give you my A Boss Is Born, you would go and promote it. Right? Well, cool. So then what would you do? If you built a bridge, you would build your bridge with your bonuses, and then they would get stuff from you in addition to me and Russell Brunson, right? Or you can just position it as you're with me, right? Either way, I'm happy to pay you guys a commission on that. For every person that signs up for the one funnel away challenge. If you're serious and you'd want to do it, reach out to me and I will let you know the details of that. I will get you creatives. I will get you everything you need to start promoting. It starts August 5th. It ends August 4th at 9:00 p.m. Eastern. So yeah, so let me know if you want to do that. And otherwise, appreciate your time, guys. I'm glad you guys are here with me. Hopefully, we'll be working together for a long time. I'm rooting for you. And if you haven't signed up for ClickFunnels yet, you should. You need that account. I will give you ShareFunnels to get you set up for whatever campaign you want to run. So again, reach out to me. All right, guys, I'm out. Have a good night. Take care.